Alright folks, welcome back. It's game 3 between Aware Gaming and Relax. You are doing fine here for the Techlabs Cup 2014 qualifiers. Of course, heading towards Moscow, Russia on April 5th. Thank you so much for joining us here on Beyond the Summit. My name is Mott. With me today is Kyle Guy. How are you doing, sir?
Still doing good, Mott. Game number 3 underway. We'll see if we can do it. Relax, fans. We're pulling it back as they go 1-1. Let's see if they can close it out.
Yeah, I mean, they just had such a strong game. That last game, it was absolutely fantastic to watch, really. I think just Relax playing so on point, getting so much farm, especially for Yoki in that top lane, just securing him room to work. Getting an early Vlads, bringing that into a Roshan, getting a Medallion, and then just starting to pummel. And I think, honestly, Dread and Windex were probably the most impressive players in that last game. I'm not sure if you would agree, but I think it was good to watch.
Oh, yeah. No, I definitely would agree with that without a doubt. Dredd did a great job putting attention everywhere else, creating the space, like everyone likes to say, for the Lycan, you know, focusing. Aware have to now focus on dealing with Dredd moving around, defending their Luna from getting picked off so easily, and that all in the meantime, Lycan just going ham with the farm. So that deserves a worthy, immediate respect ban, apparently, from Aware Gaming. They get rid of Lycanthrope. They pick up that precious AA like they did capitalize with in game number 1. He did go with the Midas and then into the Agnes, but we saw that Ice Blast can do serious work. Relax last time banned him out. They weren't so fortunate this time because they didn't want to hand over the Invoker and Batrider, but we'll see if there'll be something for Aware to get back in this one and take the series.
Yeah, honestly, this is not a big surprise to see the Lycan ban. I think you were talking about it. It provides another aspect to the game that you don't want to have to deal with, and that aspect is killing towers and killing people. So it's no big surprise they banned it out. Ancient Apparition just... You value it so strongly, and for good reason as well. So, Aware Gaming pick it up. There's 1 minute left on reserve time coming out for Relax. We'll see what they want to pick up first. There's a couple of heroes that are available in the pool that we see quite often. Obviously, the Prophet could go, but I wouldn't expect to see it first pick here. I'm trying to rack.
You know what I'd like to see, Mott, and that I was talking with people last night about is Centaur. He is definitely the new flavor of the month, and there's a good reason why. This man can hold his own in the off lane. He can take a licking and keep on kicking. No, it just has, like, you know, the stout and the return are so good, and his global charge in just can wreak havoc and just add so much pressure. So I'm actually surprised Russian Dodo here, man. They're not even they're not taking the Centaur.
Like, it's strange, too, because he's such a man fighter, and Russians are all about just like, let's fight as much as possible, let's kill people. So, like, Centaur is just like, he's a tanky, beefy man, I guess man-horse. But, like, he can kill people, and he can just run over people, he runs at people, he can do whatever. Except they go for the Doom, so, I mean, like, that's fine. I mean, if they're going to pick Centaur, they'll pick it later anyways. But Doom coming out, he's a good hero, it works. Very strong.
Of course it is. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I like grabbing the Doom just to kind of secure that lockdown ability. But the problem is, when you pick him up this kind of early, I always say this every time I see a team pick up Doom, is that my thought for Aware Gaming, let's say, would be, let's now pick up a good set of heroes that force Doom to really think. Where am I going to put my Doom now? I have so many great options to work with here. Maybe even a nice little throwback to like Timber Saw and a Storm Spirit, you know, and then you're like, wait. I have to shut down one of these heroes. It's very important. But I don't know, Mott. That's just my personal idea is let's create a lot of options for the Doom.
It's just like information overload. He's just like sitting there, like, well, I gotta Doom you, but I also have to Doom him. Like, I can't figure this out. He's like taking the middle of the team fight. You can see him like moving back and forth across the map. He's like, okay, no, not there. Here, no, okay. Well, I guess I'll Doom somebody. But yeah, that's a good point, and we do see that from time to time. I also, actually talking about it last time, it was LD and Merlini who were talking about Zai's play on the Wraith King. It's like the Doom counter. You Doom a Wraith King, what is that going to accomplish for you?
That's funny. I've never even thought of that. That is pretty intriguing. Like, but then again, you're playing Wraith Kings.
It's like, what is that hero, though? It's a walking stun and a reincarnate. It's like a walking stun and Aegis is what it is, really.
Get a Blink Dagger, hop in there, make shit happen, force Doom to use the Doom on you, and next thing you know, you just created a amazing initiate with his So I don't
Blink
think that
in, blow your load, and then you're out of there. You're done after that. So, like, I don't know. I mean, I doubt we'll see. Okay, they listened to you, dude. They listened to the
I was surprised. I was gonna say right after, you know, okay, we're not gonna go with the Centaur. They're gonna grab the Clockwork for their own, and you know, I like Clockwork, but things I've come to realize when you play them in the offlane, especially on this dire side, a lot of them love to do the creep pulling and blocking to get the lane in your favor because that XP and that gold and just whatever you can get is just very crucial for Clockwork. But the problem is that you're now allowing the Legion side to roam around and address the mid lane because you can't really see him there. The lane's so far in your control. But I guess they feel it's a solid pickup because Dazzle was already picked up, and that's someone who doesn't like to roam around. So we'll see if Relax now for their secondary support want to go with a hero who can, address the mid lane or gank and roam around.
Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor.
Yeah, right. They did. It worked for them the first time. Just keep going.
Why not do that? But in all actuality, I don't know if Witch Doctor is going to be. I mean, because Ancient Apparition just shuts down all sorts of healing with his Ice Blast, so I don't know if the heal heroes are really the best thing. And I'm surprised they actually picked Dazzle into that. I guess Shallow Grave. Does that prevent people from shattering? I wonder.
It does. But the thing is Ancient Apparition's ult lasts so long. It lasts longer than Grave typically.
It does, yeah.
So especially with the Ags. So you can use it, but you'll need to be on your timing. And if you're sitting there like focusing, trying to get the Shallow Grave off at the right time, you're not focusing on other things that should matter.
Yeah, that's true.
Whatever. So
there is a Disruptor, so I'm just gonna say hell yeah for that because that hero's amazing. I love watching that hero.
Oh yeah, he's my number 2 mod. I mean, there's Coddle right there. Of course, will be my always number 1 Pride and Joy mod, but Disruptor right there. I mean, this guy can make the plays. Great isolation. The glimpse is so unreal. Like, it's so good. The range is massive. It's like 1,000 range at level 4. Costs like a nickel worth of mana when it's at level 4 as well. And then you can just make everything happen. And now you're talking about superior silence. Not only the Doom, but the Disruptor ultimate. Throw an Agdams in his pocket. You got like mass Doom all over the place.
It's like, hey, I heard you like casting spells. That's too bad, because that's never happening again in this game. No. So, Doom and Disruptor getting picked up are 2 very strong heroes in that regard. Disruptor actually has decent lockdown with Kinetic Field. Again, some of these heroes might be really nice to have. Shadowfiend coming out as well for Relax. This is a hero we saw in the first game for Tame My Wild, and he almost single-handedly carried the game. Yeah. This time he'll have some help, though, I think, whereas the first game, not so much.
Yeah, first game they went with a little more unorthodox behavior, and it didn't work out too well for them. But now I think they have more of a solid foundation of a draft, so I think it's going to work in their favor. Disruptor's just so good. I almost think it's intriguing now that they pick up the Earthshaker into all the silence, but here we go, Mott. Like I was saying, Timbersaw now grabbed multiple targets. Who are we going to focus?
Information overload.
Yeah, information overload. We're just like, well, if we throw down the silence and catch out the Timbersaw, he's no factor whatsoever. But then we leave open like an Earthshaker lingering nearby who could jump in and make it happen, which is something also Clockwork's aware of. And even Ancient Apparition is not typically a part of the battle. He likes to hang far in the backdrop so he can get a nice Ice Blast off. So it's interesting. I'm really curious to see how this is all going to end up panning out so far.
Yeah, you know what? It really depends on what's happening in the fight. Like, if you have a Timbersaw and he's just doing work, you need to focus him down with Doom, because Clockwork and Earthshaker might have already gotten their abilities off. The Echo Slam might already have went. The Clockwork Cookshape might have already went. So I think it comes down to what's available in the team fight and where the Doom is and where the positioning is as well. So, but yeah, I mean, it's one of those things Doom has to think about like a million things at once. Like, okay, is the Echo Slam gone? Is the Hookshot gone? What about Ice Blast? Is that gone? So, like, I think more often than not, though, Timbersaw should be the target here. Especially if Disruptor gets his stuff off, too, because then it's just going to be a non-factor anyways.
Yeah, it's just, I think, Aware also going this kind of route where they want to make Relax think way too hard in these fights. Like, who do we have to catch out? You know, I have, Dazzle, meanwhile, is like, I need to make sure I get the proper Shallow Grave off to save, Shadow Fiend or what have you from this Ice Blast. Like, he's going to keep them thinking and stressing out really hard. That's pretty ironic because they have stress on their team. I just thought of that. But, Fifth and final grab here. We're looking for some heavy cores, Mott, and I'm wondering, Aware, are they going to grab out that Morphling? It's still available, and we're going to have another Morphling versus Shadow Fiend face-off. Is this a Morphling kind of get up here?
It could be. I mean, there's obviously the Luna's not available. I'm surprised they banned the Medusa as well. There are a couple other decent carries in the pool. I mean, I'm trying to rack my brain right now, just think about which ones would be good here. And
I don't know. I can't help but think about this dirty dog lineup we got to relax here. Now a Darkseer, pull them all together, get the perfect static storm happening, and just it's going to get crazy.
Combo.
Throw a couple of heals. Yeah, I mean, it's a very nice wombo combo get up.
The problem with Darkseers is that he needs a lot of levels here, and we generally just don't see him anymore. Like he has an escape mechanism with of course the surge, but it's going to come down to, is he going to die in that off lane if he is sent there? It might even be a solo safe lane, but with the Doom, you're probably not going to aggro try generally. So with the Darkseer, with Surge, with of course the levels that requires it, is he going to be able to provide the wombo combo? We'll have to wait and see. For Aware Gaming, they have a couple of options here for their carry, maybe even a Drow. That would be unorthodox to say the least. I don't know. I feel like Morphling would be a very good choice here, considering what they have on their team.
They've played Medusa in the past. I mean, oh, okay. So, hey, well, props to Relax for doing the research, I guess.
Seriously.
Then shout out to that. Look at this handsome man. Look at this guy.
Handsome. I don't know what you're looking at, but that's like looking at the face of the devil, I think.
Oh, come on. You know, you gotta call your grandpa, like, ugly or the devil.
My grandpa doesn't look like that. My grandpa doesn't look like a dwarf creep thing. That's a freaking imp if I've ever seen one, man.
Let's just say if Sniper went on to Match.com, he would not be receiving a lot of, inventory whatsoever,
that's
so I guess.
Well, enough hate though, I guess, because he is a fun hero to watch and to play, so...
Yeah, I mean, he's a little man with a pea shooter mod. I mean, he's unable to get away. It actually looks like it's going to be their mid laner. No, Yamaha's a carry, so this might be a mid lane Clockwork. I think they did that before. I don't remember who did Clockwork mid lane first game, but it was done. It is going to be Yamaha on the Sniper, which, he's known to pick up the likes of heroes that require a lot of items to roll off, like the Morphling and such. So he can definitely get it done, but Relax... While they're busy focusing on getting levels, getting to that point where they can wombo combo, they also can't allow Sniper to get all that early access to farm. They do need to consider the idea of rotating and initiating and ganking him so that he's unable to, get all that farm in and become that little piece of shit down the road who's beating the hell out of you from the outskirts.
Like, he really just needs, like, 1 or 2 good items and, like, take aim to start being a huge factor. Like, if he gets, like, phase into a Mom and maybe even, like, a Yasha or a Maelstrom, he's going to start hitting really hard. And, like, you have to take real big precautions to gank him early on, like you mentioned. And the problem with that is, what do you have to gank with this? Darkseer's not going to really do much unless he's, like, running at you with Ion Shell. Doom is going to be huge to gank him. And Dread with, of course, Glimpse is going to be really nice as well. I'm forgetting the Dazzle on top of that with Poison Touch. He's not the best gank. That's the problem. I feel like Aware are going to be just real fine and just, like, getting CS. Like, I don't know if they're going to have to rotate a lot of heroes to gank that Sniper, I think. At least in my opinion, so...
No, I'm so happy you said all that, because that's exactly what I was going to say. It's like, it's very clear that Aware know that Relax are going to be too busy doing their own thing. They're not looking to rotate around and get ganks in other lanes and stuff. So that's a lot of space that Sniper's going to be happy to have, and he'll be able to bring in some serious CS early. So, like I said, this could make Relax kind of have to think twice, which has been pretty much the name of the draft. This whole point so far is making Relax think harder about what they're going to need to do to capitalize in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. So, we do have a bit of a pause. The reconnect just came in from Windex. He'll be picking his hero in just a moment, I'd imagine, and with that, the game will get underway. It is game number 3, and this is going to determine who goes on to the winner's semis or the loser's lower bracket. So, obviously, it is a double elimination tournament. Now, it's important to note that the winner of the winners finals moves on to the finals of the Techlabs Cup 2014 in Moscow, Russia, and the winner of the losers finals, I believe, also makes it over there. I might be wrong about that, but let me just check real quick for you guys.
No, I think you're right about that one. It says, where is it? Leads to land. Yeah, for loser bracket final will lead to the land, and the winner bracket final will also lead to the land. So I would definitely.
So you've got 2 shots actually, and that's huge.
That much closer to the bear.
Yes,
that much closer.
The bear,
that's
money,
the prize. That's the real prize.
Yes, exactly. Meeting the bear, I think, because unless like the bear mauls you to death, then that's not really a prize. That's just really sad. But
well, if you live, you got a serious lawsuit on your hands.
That's true, actually.
A bunch of extra gold not gold, bunch of extra money that way.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, listen, as long as if one of them survives and they're getting mauled by a bear, they can sue the butts off of whoever.
As long as I can still play Dota, I'll be fine.
Well, I mean, he might be missing an arm though, so that'd be rough. But yeah, I mean,
enough about bear maulings.
Yes, let's actually get into the game, and we'll get into some introductions here real quick. So on the side of Relax, you're doing fine. Dread will be on the Disruptor, Windex on the Dazzle this time around once again, and they're going to be in a tri lane with Yoki down here in the bottom lane on the Doom. In the mid lane, it's going to be the mid lane SF played by Tamai Wild, otherwise known as Crazy.
30 seconds.
Had a pretty good first game. We'll see if he can repeat his performance in the third game. And to round it all out, it'll be Offlane Darkseer played by Shacklow. That'll be it.
And on Team Aware, formerly known as Cleave, in your top lane, we do have Roger leading up the front, picking up the Ancient Apparition again. We'll see if he decides to go down that Midas route. Right next to him will be Stress on the Earthshaker, guarding out the top mid rune, or top rune rather. In the top lane, we have Yamaha on your Sniper. In the mid, we got Lolik on your Timbersaw. And finally, on your bottom lane, no surprises there, Zako playing the Clockwork.
Yep. So, you know, as of right now, I mean, standard lanes, this is exactly what we expected. I mean, considering... I was surprised Lolik went mid on the Timbersaw and they didn't send Clockwork there. I guess Clockwork has a better time in the offlane than Timber does because he has those cogs. I mean, they still have Timber Chain as an escape mechanism, but Timbersaw's strength is not as good as it used to be, and he is a bit squishier. He should have a decent time up against Tamar Wild. If he can get up and use his Rolling Death, he should be able to do some decent damage there. But Dread with the Invis Rune looking very closely at Zako, and they're going to try to go. There's the Poison Touch long range, but they're going to choose to not engage on this down to the bottom lane. Just a bit of harass. It's on cooldown for only another 10 seconds. They can go again. They'll just keep throwing that out. Meanwhile, on the top lane, Shaq was staying very far back, going for Ion Shell first. He has no escape mechanism because of that. But, I mean, it really comes down to who gets first blood in their trialing, I feel like. And it may very well be RX. They're going to go again. Poison Touch. Glimpse is available. Will they use it? Not just yet. There it goes. They're ready to go at a moment's notice. They're going to try to get him. He still has cogs. Will he use it? Yes. But it's not going to matter. First blood for Windex with the right click there. Excellent Glimpse from Dread again.
Glimpse is so good. Just get the hell out of here. It's so good. Thinking they have the opportunity to get away, but with nice timing coming out from Dread. Times it out perfectly, brings them right back into the heat of the battle, and not even a cog wall will say Clockwork on this one.
Yeah, honestly, like, that's just, it's one of the coolest abilities for that reason alone. It's just so nice to see, like, a person that knows how to play that hero use Glimpse is just, it's beautiful, glorious.
Did you, like, kiss?
I did. Yeah. Did you hear that?
I love it.
Was that
the
audible?
dedication. It was just like, mwah!
Good.
It was a perfect glimpse. Mwah!
Yeah, excellent.
Very
Glad
nice.
you could hear that. Well, I mean, as of right now, Lolik is taking a bit of harass with the right-click damage from Tamar Wild in mid lane. Sitting at 6 CS is, of course, the Shadow Fiend, and Lolik is only sitting at 5 right now. Doesn't have any denies. He's getting raised. Tamar Wild is going hard on Lolik right now. He's got another raise to go, a long-range one even. Can he get this? No, the salve up just in time to save his life. What a salve coming up from Lolik just to stay alive. He'll have to bottle up and even Crow, but wrapping around, here's the Clockwork. Azako coming through. He's got cogs, he's got battery assault. There's the Whirling Death. Lolik wants this kill. Nice Timber Chain away. Tamar Wild, the Dance of Death. He'll go down. Excellent rotation from Zako.
Very convenient haste room working out for him, and the battery assault just really laying it into Shadow Fiend, not even giving him the opportunity to put out a proper raise. So nice bit of run back right there coming out. Aware. Picking up the first kill in the mid lane. Now Timbersaw happy to take this time to try to get ahead in the CS game.
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to give him room to farm a bit more. He's getting up to 8 right now, and he's got his bottle. He's growing it back right now. Sadly, there is no Crow, so it's the slowest career you've ever seen.
They're making a move on Darkseer. He's on the wrong side of the enemy lines right now. Quickly salving up, running into the jungle. Surge won't save you here. One more punch to the backside will take him down, and Shacklow goes right back home.
Stress, I think, was a bit too greedy there. He should have gotten that gold to Yamaha. It doesn't really matter. The kill doesn't really matter that much as long as they secure it. But Yamaha is securing farm. That is one thing he is securing right now. At 10 last hits, not the most in the world considering the Doom's getting a lot. They're going to go on bottom, though. Zako in trouble. The Thunderstrike going. Nice cogs. They're stuck behind enemy lines behind the tower. Zako going to eat a tree. Look, he's playing Ring Around the Rosie. He'll still survive Windex, choosing not to chase. He was about to do it, but decided against it. He'll stay alive with a nice play coming out from the Clockwork there.
That's nice veteran experience right there. Most pubby players on Clockwork, if they got dove on like that with the Glimpse, they'd just freak out, put out the cog wall, and try to go somewhere. But he made very nice maneuverability, moving around, blocking him back up to the north, and just placing himself far away with the help of the walls. It's really good.
Yeah, just great juking coming out from the Clockwork player. Looking at the levels, Clockwork is sitting at level 4. Sadly, the Darkseer only level 3. We talked about how important levels are for him. Whereas the Clockwork, you get level 6, you're good to go, man. Darkseer, not so much.
They scout him out, picking up that regen. He conveniently grabs that for himself, makes the rotation back over to the bottom lane, but he's still having a little bit of a tricky time with CS. 6-0, but we expected that. Pull-throughs happening here in the bottom lane. They're taking the lane back in their favor once more, but as far as mid goes, still advantage for Shadow Fiend. 22 to Timbersaw's 13.
Yeah, absolutely, and Shadow Fiend is having a good time, and this is once again one of those snowball heroes, but they're not going to focus on him. They're going to focus on the Darkseer instead, who's in that top lane. And the Shadow Fiend can get as much farm as he wants, but if Darkseer can't do much, it's not going to matter. So yeah, excellent Fisher block. The Cold Feet's going to go as well. Chilling Touch. He'll surge his way out of there. Might survive this. Surge on cooldown for 8 seconds. Stress trying to chase after. They have to have somebody here. Looks like they might back off. Fisher not ready just yet. He'll back away. They can't go for the kill. A lot committed to that. No kill acquired.
I think that was a bit of bad positioning on Aware's part. When they knew the block was going to happen. He was just too far forward. Once they knew, they probably should have waited back a bit and let Darkseer have more of the option of going up to the north and around through the way, because then it'd be easier to catch him out and get some help in there. But they allowed him to go right down towards the mid lane.
Yeah, so that not necessarily lucky, but a decent enough play from the Darkseer to survive and just stay alive. Make sure he continues getting experience at farm once he gets back up to the lane. Shadow Fiend, though, he's scary right now, sitting on a lot of farm. 27 Necromastery stacks already, but Yoki, he got a 5-minute Midas. It was actually 457 when he picked it up, so plus Devour, this Doom is going to be having a real good time. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, Aware, Lalik is sitting on, he's got just boots right now in a bottle, no arcane boots just yet. Stress is looking at that top rune spot at 6 minutes, and we'll see where the rune spawns. Clockwork getting close to 6 now. His arcane boots are done. Surprised that he went that. Most people like the phase boots. Shacklow, though, is he going to go down this time? They're going to try round 2 here. Surge away. Fisher's going to go. It blocks him in this time. Cold Feet might block him up, and it will. Shacklow dead for sure. Yamaha picking up the kill this time around.
Now that's a block mod. That's the block you want. No other option where to go. Just sit in that corner, give me your backside. I'm going to pelt you down with my bee shooter.
Yeah, and that's a huge kill for Yamaha. Now sitting up on his treads here. See what he wants to get next in terms of his items. I think with treads, he probably doesn't go for the Mask of Madness. I feel like you usually get that when you have phase, but I don't know. You never know. Tame My Wild raising it up. Lowleak trading blow for blow here, pummeling each other. Windex has that double damage rune. Wards up, but in the stash are not there to put down just yet. Down bottom, Yoki is sitting at 800 gold, 43 last hits, GPM over 450 right now, and will continue to rise as the game continues further. And he actually has heal from the Hill Trill Priest, and this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's making it work right now.
Yeah,
throwing the glitter all over himself to be able to contest the lane and hang strong and divert the creeps here from pushing too hard. And all the meanwhile, in your mid, Clockwork nearby. He's got level 6. His finger on the trigger. He's pinged out here, but they want to get a good initiate, and he's waiting pretty long for this one. But they do have nearby help with the Dazzle and the Shallow Grave, so this might be a bit of a sweat if they want to try to take down the Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, this is going to be hard. I mean, with the Dazzle there, with Shallow Grave ready to go, Windex is going to try to fight at a moment's notice. Zako's going to go top lane. There's nobody here. Darkseer has been relegated to the jungle. This is the second time in this series we've seen somebody who's in the offlane have to head to the jungle right now, and he just is at level 5. He's not getting the levels he needs at this point. So they're going to abandon the top lane, and this means that maybe a free tower. You have Yamaha with no shrapnel, so there's no real tower pushing other than the right click of all of these heroes, which is fine.
Yep, absolutely. Sniper pushing on forward, feeling very confident. Finally, the rotation to come. It will be the Disruptor. If he gets some help, they could get out a proper glimpse here. It is level 2, so he's got a little more range to work with. But nope, jumps in right from the right side, glimpses him all the way back home, but only doing him the favor to be quicker on the way out. But does end up falling.
Yeah, nice hook shot, nice cogs. Actually, on an assassinate as well. Pretty much brought him down to like below half health very quickly, and they take the tower on top of that. So Yamaha feeling pretty good about his chances now. They still have to deal with a Doom who's got a Midas and Devour going. Shadow Fiend, who's farming exceptionally well, doesn't have a Midas himself unless it's flying out to him right now, and it is not. So the farm, I think, is better for Relax, but Sniper's creating space, and they're getting kills a couple. There's a Fisher on Tame My Wild. He has a haste rune, though, so he's not going to go down anytime soon until this haste runs away. Hook shot might be available. Zako roaming through. Is it? No. Cooldown for 25 seconds. Fisher not there for 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, Tame My Wild in a lot of trouble here.
Block.
Assassinate.
There it
Fisher.
is.
Yes, great block. Assassinate's going to go. Tame My Wild is going to fall. Nice kill. Nice rotations. They needed that kill desperately to stop him from farming.
They read that situation so well. I guess just once they saw the Shadow Fiend making the approach down the river, Sniper immediately rotated over. It seemed like they had the game plan all together. Just moved down a bit, got the proper block at the appropriate time, and Sniper was able to be there to pick up the last hit.
Yeah, so they get it done. Zako with the hookshot ready to go. He's gonna hookshot right into Dread right now. Yoki's got Doom. He's gonna use it. They're gonna glimpse him back as well. Now that's the use. The reinforcements are coming in from the Dire team. Assassinate. Is it gonna be enough on Dread? No. Barely survives, sitting at 66 HP. They waste the Doom, but here comes the Timbersaw looking for Yoki. He can't get to Dread right now. He's too far away. Yoki will back off. No Chakram coming through from the Timbersaw player. And says, okay, that's enough of that. But the flare long range. The flare. No way. No way. Oh!
Wow. Very nice.
Nice.
Very, very nice.
Sniper
Sniper on the bottom, pelting away. Finding whatever relative farm he has. Building up even more gold here. He's not going with the quick minus necessarily just yet, just still opting to hold his gold altogether. I'm not quite sure what his first investment will be. Just a TP. For the meantime, over to the mid lane. Flare to fly out. They scout the Dazzle. Nice Fisher. AA Ice Blast will catch him. Oh, man! Nicely done! Conveniently once more, Yamaha steps in with the shot, takes him down.
They have combined that up so much just within the first and the third game already. Like, that's their jam.
It's like the old shotgun tactic, except now they have it right off the bat at level 6 with the help of the Assassinate.
Yeah, absolutely. Shacklo, cold feet, not gonna latch. Oh, just barely. Not keeping him in place there. A second more and he would have been stunned up. But nice TP from Shacklo just in time. Level 8 right now. Only 1 point into vacuum. He does skill up the wall just to have that early on. Right now, while this is all happening, we have to keep in mind, I was going to say Doom has been free farming, but now he's getting hit a battery assault, the flare as well, a lot of damage, the pea shooter from the sniper working on Yoki, he'll fall, dominating spree coming out from Yamaha, he gets the Shadow Blade, he'll deny the tower as well. A couple of big plays, it's 8-1 for Aware, and as good as it was looking for Relax right now, they still have a 1,000 gold lead, but like, I don't know, man.
I feel like they've been able to read these fights very well. They've been taking the appropriate fights that they know they can and doing proper rotations over. Clockwork knew he could beat Doom one-on-one, no problem right there. Even if he had the Doom up, he would have spent everything in the meantime. But, man, just dirty dog work. Clockwork got it done. Took out Doom right away, and now they want the tower in the bottom lane. Sniper should be able to get it. Just so far away, pelting it.
Yep, finally gets the last hit. Windex getting chased down. Assassinate. Hookshot not ready, sadly. Fisher just misses from stress. Just off the mark there. That's okay, though. Yeah, it was a good try. They get the tower nonetheless. They'll back off now. Yamaha continuing to farm whatever he may want to farm. And now that he's his Lothar, he's got a bit more attack speed. He's also got the extra damage coming through from that invisibility. And he's got more escape mechanisms now. So
yep,
it's a good item.
Yep, definitely feels more confident now being able to farm out on the side without getting picked off. But now, hopefully, he'll be able to check in, touch base on who has vision, who doesn't. Nice! Hook catches out the Dazzle in the end. You may have escaped us the first time, buddy, but we got you. Catches him out. Very nice blocked Fisher regardless.
Yeah, absolutely. And they were trying to go for another one with the Ice Blast on TMI Wild, but he gets away. He'll have double damage from top, making his way to the top lane, top jungle. Ogre Club already started towards that BKB. They know he's heading there. They scout him out with the flare. Rotating up is going to be stressed to maybe shut him down or stop him from doing anything crazy, but looks like 3-man aggression coming out from Relax in this top lane. TP going to come through this time. It's going to be from the Timbersaw. Lola trying to get on board here. I mean, he's got 2 assists and that's it. I mean, he hasn't really been a part of these fights. Double damage from Tame My Wild. Will they fight into this is the question. Chakram pushing him back. They've got to be careful. Both teams really do. Mid lane's getting pressured right now by Yamaha, however, trying to take down this tier 1 tower in the mid lane. So, looks like it will be a trade. At least Tame My Wild's going to get the last hit on that tower. Keep going further, it looks like. And Aware will back off, head to the mid lane, and try to take that one down.
Some of this is beginning to look a little like the first game. I mean, Aware is slowly taking this one back. They have the same old tactics with the help of the Ice Blast to come, and they're just kind of making it work. Very nice Fisher, long range there to catch him the Shadow Fiend. He does have DD. A lot of rotations coming on Relax. They might consider making a fight, but he does get caught out once more. Dazzle. It's the hook shot, the Assassinate, and the Chakram all together to quickly burst him down, but they want more. Jump in, big burst, but it will not matter. Timbersaw doing big work. Shoves back with a Chakram and gets another. Triple kill right now for Lolic. Man, Aware running away with this one right now.
That was one of the most well-coordinated team fights I've seen in a while. The Ice Blast coming through, Lolic jumping in right after, throwing out the Chakram when necessary to grab that triple kill. Beautiful play from Aware. They'll take the tier 1 tower. They'll keep going. Nope, they'll back off. They say that's enough of that. Midas now, the 14-minute Midas we saw from the Ancient Apparition in the first game. Roger's getting it again here. He's going to try to make his way towards that Aghanim Scepter. All the meanwhile, Aware heading around Roche. Will they do it is the question. And do they even have enough damage to do so? I'm not sure myself. I'll have Zako jump in, grab his Vanguard real quick, back out. 14-minute Vanguard, not the best timing, but as the offlane clockwork, that's not entirely unexpected, so...
Well, I would beg to differ that maybe a mechanism probably would have been a better pickup for him. It will provide the heal and the extra durability, not only yourself, but this is a team game after all, and the way they're playing, synergized and so close together, I think it would have been a better pickup. Vanguard, but, you know, we saw that last time. He picked up the Heart, was it the first time around? So this is a guy who wants just to be able to have a lot of durability. Darkseer has to be careful here. Gets spotted out, Assassinate to fly, but Ice Blast will not connect, as he does make his way up to the Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, so a good try there. They actually had Zako, like, zoning everybody out, kind of checking on what was going on in that jungle there. They don't necessarily have map control, and that's something that I think Aware should get done soon. They need to put some wards in the opposing team jungle. They actually have one right now. I thought they didn't, but they do. So at least there is that, like, kind of shallow ward here next to the Radiant team ward. That's nice to have. Right now, I think they need to keep pressing their advantage, though. I mean, they have a huge lead in terms of kills. The gold lead's not that much. It's only 1,000 in their favor. The experience lead's 3,000. So when you're ahead, keep trying to get ahead, I think, and don't stop, like, in terms of just, like, because if you let Tame My Wild farm, and if you let the Doom farm, you're letting them back into this game. And in fact, Doom's actually getting close to an Assault Guard slash Shiva's Guard, or Assault Cuirass slash Shiva's Guard, so who knows?
Maelstrom picked up now on the Sniper. Slowly but surely, he's going to become that problem that you don't want to be going up against. And once again, we're seeing Ancient Apparition picking up that Midas early, so shades of future past, I guess you could say. I would still say that Aware just are going to be able to pull this one out. It's very early to tell, but just the way they've been working together, and you can see the synergy in their team flying through. Relax are going to need to, once again, probably fall back on this Shadow Fiend to be able to pull them through. I mean, unless they do have the wombo combo factor rather, Moss.
Yeah,
but, the wombo combo.
And that's something we talked about earlier. It's like, the problem is, like, Shackle's not getting experience. He finally is up to level 10, which means next level he'll either get his second point in wall or his last point in vacuum. Either or is going to be really nice. And I guess once they get that, maybe they can have a huge team fight. But at this point, now you have an Earthshaker who's got an Echo Slam with a Blink Dagger. You've got Timbersaw, who's got a Blink Dagger and getting close to his Bloodstone as well. An Ice Blast is going to fly through. It's going to hit on pretty much everyone. Echo Slam only hits on one. There's the Assassinate. Chakra cleans up Tame My Wild. He's the Assassinate target as well as the Hookshot target. Double kill coming through. Battery Assault on Windex. He is going to die. No, he keeps himself alive with Shroudgrave, but only for a moment, it seems. There's the Shrapnel. Windex going to fall. Triple kill for the Timbersaw player. They are running train on Relax right now.
Unreal. I mean, just after watching this series so far, anytime I would be going against Cleave/Aware, I would be banning out the AA. I mean, it just seems to be the gunshot to start off their fight and their whole team coordination and just the beautiful dance that they have of throwing out the Assassinate, the Timbersaw, jumping in there, heavy, pure damage to burst them down to allow the Shadow to come. And just really asserting control and true dominance of this game.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just been impressive, honestly, to say. Like, they're doing everything. They'll get a glimpse on Zako. He'll get silenced as well. He may fall here. Doing a lot of damage on the back is Yamaha, but Zako does indeed go down. The Fisher went through, but not enough to stave off the aggression. Darkseer will pause the game as we have a disconnect real quick from Windex, and he seemed to be the issue in the third game.
He disconnected before that fight broke out. It was a bit of a late pause. I don't know if this would have mattered or not. He does have a TP on hand, so to say he could or could not have been a part of that battle is questionable. But, yeah, already they are in the run back, though. Getting the quick pick up on Clockwork, but a nice block. I don't know if they're going to be able to change this one out.
Yeah, I mean, this is tough, I think. This is going to be a tough fight coming out. I think right now, Aware look like they're going to back off. They don't have their Clockwork, who's a bit of their tank, and he's also a bit of their initiator. He's up in about 41 seconds. He does have 1,700 gold in the bank. He also has that Vanguard ready to go. I don't know, man. This is looking real good for Aware, though. I mean, at this point, they're back up to a 2,000 gold, and it feels like it should be more, but a lot of that is because the Shadow Fiend and the Doom farm so effectively. The problem is Yoki's not doing anything with that farm other than getting Phase Drum and Plate Mail. He's not really fighting with his team, and if he is, he's dying in the process.
If they don't get this wombo combo off, they might as well just throw in the white flat, or the white towel rather. It's just not going to happen. I love this Timbersaw with the Blink Dagger. It's just working so nicely. Just anytime they have the appropriate, Ice Blast available, He'll just throw it in. He's not even doesn't have to be a part of the fight. He never was last time. Just hanging up here in the top lane, bringing in. This is something like I've seen Aoi do as well in the ancient operation. All you do is just hang on the top lane. If you got the space, farm it up. Go right into that Agnum Scepter. Get those levels, that Ice Blast online. And then all you need is someone like the Timbersaw to blink in there and just burst them down quick enough. And being able to lock them down makes it easy with the help of a Clockwork. It's just a very nice team.
Yeah, I agree. I think they drafted this really well. Aware drafted this really well. I'm not sure who the captain was during the picks, but they drafted this extraordinarily well. It just, their entire team synergizes with one another, and the only hero to have died in this game is Zako. Like, that's got to be, I think, really disheartening for RX, just to not be able to get a kill, just to, like, because you occasionally look at the scoreboard and you're like, oh, we only have 2 kills. Great. What are we going to do now? Like, I agree with you. They have to get the Wombo combo off, or this game is going to be pretty close to done.
But that's how are you going to get in there to make this combo happen? How are you going to get not only in the initial core of the fight, but past that to find where the sniper's just hanging out, dealing out the damage? They have no blink as of yet, unless Darkseer or Doom plan on doing it, or some way to kind of get in the fight. They have to try to battle through the Clockwork, battle through the Earthshaker and all that to even catch their DPS. I don't see it happening. It's going to take a lot. It's going to take a very nice couple of pickoffs, maybe a bit of a throw here and there, but Aware definitely have control of it.
I think you're absolutely right about the fact that they have no Blink Dagger, and I think that's probably what they're talking about right now, because you can see the Doom's actually saving up money. He might just build into that AC/Eva's guard anyway, but somebody has to get in there and be the initiator. Doom, he has the Stomp, but he can't use it if he's not in there fighting. You can even go for a Blink on a Shadow Fiend. We used to see that, not so much anymore. It's usually BKB nowadays. Surge is not enough, especially since it's level 2 Surge. Running in there might not be enough with all of the stuns and what have you available for Aware. So it's tough. I think
this is a team also. Sorry, this is a team also that doesn't clump up. I mean, Sniper can hang way far from the battle. H-Operation won't even be at the battle. Earthshaker will be on his own right, trying to wait for appropriate blink himself. Timbersaw maybe, but this is a man who can take a punch or two. And Clockwork's probably also lingering on the sidelines trying to find a hook. So you're never going to find an opportunity where they're just all conveniently bunched up together, unless it's some sort of crazy misplay.
AA is never going to be at the fight anyways, let's be honest. I'm kidding, but like, in all seriousness, you're right. There is no, I mean, you look at where their positioning is now, and that's pretty much them during the entire fight. The only time they get close is after the hook shot, after the Blink Echo, and after the Ice Blast, and even then,
and if anyone's alive to make a Wombo combo happen, maybe. I mean, that could always be the fallback. If you can't do initiation, maybe build up BKBs or just some way to survive the initial onslaught, then maybe they'll be clumped up enough to counter back with a combo. But at this point, we've seen they're not going to get to that point.
If anyone has survived the carnage that is that fight, including all those ultimates, then yes, then maybe we'll see something. And that's a huge maybe, though. Like, at this point in time, they're going to have a miracle here, I'd say. I mean, even with the gold lead only being 2,000 in favor of Aware, I'd say it's going to come down to having just a great team fight and having Shadow Fiend just duke it out and right-click everybody. But even that is very questionable. So we're stuck here at 1753 in the game. It's paused. Windex is DC'd. Seems like we're having some sort of internet issue with Windex as we've had before. Che Tom says stress. 3 minutes, I guess that means how long, I would imagine.
Well, that's a fair amount of time. Ma, why don't you go ahead and fill us in on what is the Techlab Cup, or at least what kind of money are we looking at here?
Well, right now we're actually, it's the second season of the Techlab Cups, I believe, 2014, and the LAN finals are going to be in Moscow, Russia, which, to be honest, is going to be real nice. I mean, just to have LAN finals in general is always an excellent thing, and Moscow is definitely a great place to have it. Last year, of course, we saw the Bear come out, which we talked about time and time again, after they had the grand prize.
Classic Russian Bear, absolutely.
Yeah, the classic Russian Bear, in fact. They handed the prize pool off to Navi, and they had the Bear there as well, and Puppy's kind of like, what the hell is this thing? During that entire scenario. But for this year's prize pool, it'll be $20,000 for the entire prize pool, Bear not included. $10,000 for first place, and I believe it's $5,000 after that. Let me go ahead and look that up for you guys real quick.
I have it right here for you, Mott. Don't even worry about it. That's why I'm a great co. First place, $10,000. Second place, $5,000. Third place, $3,000. And finally, your fourth place, we would go home with $2,000. And I'm sure Relax wants some money, Mott, because apparently their Dazzle needs a better computer.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, just... You're a professional Dota player, guys. It's just you gotta go work a little bit, afford a decent computer, just buy it real quick. I mean, it's just, even if it's like just
It's like you're a carpenter and you're using a blow-up hammer.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like you're a
Come on.
gourmet chef and you're using a bottom-of-the-line toaster.
An easy bake oven.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. There you go.
It's like you're a chef and you have a Michelin star, but I cooking my stuff on this easy bake oven. It makes it such a good.
Does the chef have to be Italian?
I don't know. I just got to look. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Mwah. Yes. That's how I feel about these games right now, actually. But yeah, I mean, it's honestly, it's great. It's great to get more coverage for the CIS scene, especially the teams that, aren't necessarily more known. I've seen Relax before, I've seen Aware before. They're real great teams, and the fact is, next KZ ahead, obviously Virtus Pro. I mean, Virtus Pro is one of the bigger ones. Insane Power Rangers, obviously, as well. There's a lot of great teams here. Obviously, the already invited teams are going to be Rockkiss and Team Empire. Looks like Navi's not joining in this time. I might be wrong about that, but yeah, I mean, just some great Russian/CIS action, man. Just good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's you can definitely tell that the Russian European team had definitely a nice prominent group of players, great talent pool to work with, and just overall some great Dota that a lot of other regions are still kind of lacking and working on. So we can have the opportunity to have these great kind of tournaments to support that scene and help it grow. And I know everybody saw free to play, man. It's a growing industry, and so all the support everyone can get, it's well worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, not even just the scene, supporting different organizations as well, just different tournaments, different casting organizations, what have you. Finally, we get a reconnect coming in from Windex. All right.
So where were we, Mott? What was happening in this game right before the pause? It looks like
Clockwork
got cut out.
Yeah, the clock got glimpsed back. He got killed. They spent all of the mana on the Disruptor, so he can't really do much anymore. Dread's just out of mana. He doesn't even have Arcane, so Smacklow might actually Arcanes him up here. Perhaps Dread's backing off right now. The rest of Aware are going to make their way back home. Just kind of reset everything.
Invisibility.
Get recollected, refocused, and maybe go for another fight here and just try to shut this game out. There is that Blink Dagger like I was talking about, like you were talking about. In fact, Yoki says, okay, we need some sort of initiation. Blink Doom's the way to go.
No, I couldn't agree more, because if you even find the opportunity, even if you get a quick pick off the Blink, would definitely help get the ball rolling. If you do manage to catch out the Timbersaw quickly and not allow him to follow up the Ice Blast, that would be great. So it's definitely a step in the right direction, the Blink Dagger.
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh-oh, but speaking of Blink Daggers, Earthshaker jumps in, says, how you doing, Shadow Fiend? Throws out a big blast. The Ice Blast might be able to potentially take him down.
Yeah,
Nope, it's only level 1. He'll time out the Shallow Grave. It's a little early, but it won't matter. And Earthshaker ends up going down. So the first misplay in a while we've seen come out from Aware as they Relax does counter back right there.
Yeah, that's just solid play from Relax to know that was happening, and just the Ice Blast just barely hitting, just doing a bit of damage there, but also the Shallow Grave coming out. Nice timing from Windex, and good thing he was there for that engagement to help out. They'll go back, they'll regen up, and now Aware has to be like, we can't really let that happen too often. So one misplay, that's fine. But they need to get some other kills done. They're going to blink forward. Lala trying to fight this. There's the Chakram. Ice Blast is going to miss. Shackle just surges away, so there's no issue there. BKB now done for Shadow Fiend, and maybe this is where they turn things around, because there's a lot of magic damage that he can avoid from Aware. It really comes down to if it can BKB before all of the stuff is blown, so it might not be too bad.
No, definitely might not. Hold on here, I got my shop open. But yeah, Sniper. From this point out, Mott, what do you think? Do we just go full force and complete out the Mogenaire? Or do we opt in a new direction, maybe finally decide to build up a little survivability, because Sniper, pretty weak. Not even 800 life points for himself. We'll find out right here.
Yeah, he's going for it.
Yep, right for it. Right for it, that son of a bitch. He just knows. He knows, though. He can hang in the back. He's not going to get jumped on. I mean, I don't know if they know Doom has the Blink Dagger yet, but he feels pretty safe.
He should. I think with the Lothars, I think he's fine, honestly. I just like this item better. I think the owner's a bit better, because you can add it onto whoever. You can throw it up on the Clockwork, you throw it up on the Earthshake, you throw it up the Timbersaw. That'd be, oh, yeah. Real nice stuff there. Speaking of the Timbersaw, he'll deny the Tier 1 tower in that mid lane. Back off afterwards. But as of right now, Aware are going to try to push the pressure, but unfortunately, Relax is going to try to first, because they smoked up. They're looking for something in that top lane, the top jungle, in fact, and Ancient Apparition was getting close to his Aghanim Scepter. He's sitting on 300 gold now. He's probably about to lose all of it. Yeah, Riser.
I win.
Oh, boy. Okay, that's the Centaur Stomp Thunder Strike, the damage coming through from Shadow Fiend. It's just too much. Yamaha backing his way out of their hole. Uses Shadow Blade. They have Dust and Sentries on Dazzle right now. He's got to try to keep chasing, but there's 3 heroes right around this area. I don't know if this is the best engagement for them. They're backing off right now. Zako's up top. And they're realizing that everyone's in the jungle. Now taking map control is actually relaxed, throwing this ward over here and a ward behind the tier 2 tower. Nice ward.
I like that. I like that. I like that. That's something they definitely need to do because they know this ancient apparition is not going to be part of the fights. Might be going around the jungle and putting himself on his own, or if the sniper decides to go from the jungle, they need that. They're going to need to get a couple of these pickoffs to get the momentum back in their favor. So yeah, it should hopefully work in their favor because they can't just be clumped up and forced back and on the back pedal the whole time. They need to try to assert control of this game if they won't even have the opportunity to get off this big combo.
Yeah, absolutely. This is how it starts. You're absolutely right. This is how it starts. This is how the comeback trail begins. Now the question is, can they get enough room for Taimawal to farm up his next big item? With the BKB, it's a good start, but they need more to it. Dread getting close to Arcanes, maybe. At some point he'll get that. Yoki with perhaps an Assault Cuirass. Is there anything on the Courier? No. He hasn't built anything since that Blink Dagger, which is no surprise. His 2150 is a bit costly. Mjolnir is done, however, for the Sniper. And now this is scary. They're actually going to, as soon as it's done, they smoke up. They don't have their Ancient Apparition, but they really don't need him. Like we talked about, he has that global presence with Ice Blast. And if they catch Tamai Wild out, this could be trouble. He will have BKB, but Zako, he sees him. He scouts him out. He's looking for the hook shot. It's about to go. BKB. Oh! He missed.
Swing and a miss.
BKB, dude. Why aren't you BKB? No, you didn't BKB. You should have BKB'd as soon as you saw stress there, man, and just not the right time. They'll turn this around. Ice Blast, I think, hit on a couple. In fact, Windex as well as Shacklow. They'll back off right now, coming through. Shrapnel's going. There's the Chakra. Mjolnir's up now. The charge, the Static Shield is up, going to be on the Chakra, or excuse me, the Timbersaw. But they don't want to fight this, surprisingly enough. They're looking to Doom somebody here. Doom continuing to chase, but can't find much. Ice Blast already used on cooldown for another 14 seconds. They may have another go of it. As you look at as Aware, jumping right back in, perhaps. Yamaha's ready to go, so is the Leak. That Static Shield about to go. Oh! Dread gets blown up. The Whirling Death, the Chakraman, just one shot from Yamaha. All it takes, really. Okay.
What another convenient pause.
Yeah, really. Good stuff there.
But yeah, they ended up getting caught out. I mean, it looked like initially Rex wanted to see if they can get a catch-off with a glimpse, but they were just a little too far ahead, and then all it took was Aware just clumping back together and pushing forward, and unfortunately, Dread was still caught lingering about and was taken down, and now Aware moving into the jungle, scouting things out. I don't think Timbersaw's looking to do Roche, but instead looking to push forward into the... No, I was going to say the Bloodstone, but it's actually not. Ultimate Orb picked up for him.
Yeah, that's interesting, because now he's just going to put that point booster down. He'll pick it back up, obviously, just to use his Arcane Boost. But I'm not sure. He's just going to keep that casually. He might build into a Bloodstone later, but now maybe his Scythe is a better option here for Low League. Or perhaps he's going for Lincoln's because of the Doom.
Doom?
Yes. I'd say that maybe is... maybe Scythe if you really want Lockdown, but I don't know if they need that. I mean, they already have enough Lockdown as it is, so probably Lincoln's, I'd say, for the Timbersaw here. And they'll work on Roshan. They'll get it done. Shrapnel's going to be falling here.
We don't know if Relax are aware that they're doing the Roshan.
I see what you did there.
Did it!
Got it. Nice. I'm a big fan of the puns.
Oh, yeah, you are.
And, just an easy Roche for Aware. They'll pick it up. Smoke's heading up towards the top lane. Roger, not again, man. Just get out of there. Just run, dude. No, Roger is gonna get cut. Oh yeah, I think he's.
Oh. I need some ice for my cocktail. Boom. Take him apart instantly. Can't do much on your own. I know you don't want to be part of the fights, but if you get caught out like that, you're gonna hand over a free feed.
And like he's also got 2 deaths to his name right now. So the death total here is 5, one of them being the Earthshaker, 2 being Roger, the other 2 being Zako. So a bunch of feeders, Zako, as well as Roger. A bunch of feeders. They have a BKB done now on the Doom. Blink Dagger is picked up for the Shadow Fiend, and I'm surprised he went that, especially since they have the initiation with the Doom now. And I talked about Blink being pretty useful, but you usually don't get it because Requiem, it starts to fall off somewhat soon. I guess he just wants to be part of fights, and they have to get the combo off, and that's one way to do it. Blink Dagger on Darkshore also might not be a bad idea. He actually has a 4-staff, so he's got ways to get in there as well, but I don't know.
They just, I mean, if they find the opportunity, they need to know that they could be there to make it happen really quickly. They don't want to be able to let the opportunity slip. Smoke coming out here from Aware. as they scavenge through their jungle, trying to see if they can catch anyone out. The rocket to fly out, but there is still that very aggressive ward. Potentially could have saw the rocket fly, but in the meantime, though, relax, just kind of taking it easy, farming out the jungle. Just a bit of a stalemate coming in the game as it begins a little slow-paced.
This is just farm central as of right now, but we might see a fight soon. There it goes. Assassinate win as well, I believe.
Yeah.
Thank you from the bottom of my soul.
Okay. This is a very demonic team, Relax has, by the way. Doom and Shadow Fiend, I suppose. I guess Darkseer really isn't, nor is
Radiant's
Disruptor, nor is
bottom tower is
Dazzle,
under
but
attack.
They're all ugly.
Well, that's not very nice.
I don't know, I'm just, in my terms, I guess.
Yeah, no, it's true. They're not very attractive. Heroes.
Sniper's looking very attractive now in this whole lineup.
Oh, dude. Oh. Come on. Aghanim is now done for the Ancient Apparition. Smoke Gank.
Radiant's bottom tower
Relax might
is
run
under
into an
attack.
entire team here. Oh, no. Roger! Come on!
But I got my Agnums there. I got my Agnums.
Yeah, he did actually hit up on Tame My Wild, taking a lot of damage. Roger will fall. Do they want to fight this? Hook shot in, they do. Mjolnir charges up. Dread in some trouble. BKB going through. The Chakra flying as well. Doom up on Lalik. He's got to back away. He can't do anything. Yamaha getting brought down very quickly. Not before he brings up the Shadow Fiend. Vacuum in. Wall is up on the ground. Fisher, they grab the kill on Windex. Buyback coming through from the Shadow Fiend. Yoki, he's still alive. BKB charge gone for him. Street getting low. Taking a lot of damage from that illusion from the wall. Replica still alive. Zako still chasing. Snipers around here somewhere. Pinging in from the backside. Battery still going. Cogs are up. There's the Fisher. Lolik not doomed anymore. They grab another kill. That's on the Doom. Now they're looking for more. TP out from Shacklo. Will he make it in time? No hook shot. No Fisher. He will survive. But a 4-for-1 trade, I suppose, in the end.
Wow, great counter initiative coming out from Aware. They did lose the Ancient, they did lose the Ancient Apparition, who did manage to get his ultimate off, but man, that quick work, the quick jump into clockwork, the blink of Timbersaw, the whole party got started quickly. Even Shadow Fiend got taken out before he had the opportunity to get his ultimate off, and in desperate need, pulled out the buyback to rotate back to the top, but obviously would not be able to make it there, so lost a lot of money from it.
Yeah, that buyback was questionable at best, I think, from Tame My Wild. So, bit of a misplay. He'll try to get back the gold that he lost. He did have the Blink Dagger anyways right afterwards, but that's just a lot of gold for nothing, essentially. Lalik, you saw he got doomed at that last fight. Now he's extraordinarily close to that Lincoln Sphere. He's actually just a couple hundred gold away from finishing it, and then maybe Doom might not be as big of a problem as it was before, because he knows he's going to be the target this time around. I mean, he was targeted for Doom that time. I think that might have been the only fight I've seen Doom really used in. I haven't seen it all that often, unless I'm forgetting something. I'm not sure, though.
We really haven't seen any of their true potential happen just yet. They've just been caught out or haven't found the right opportunities. So, I mean, yeah, I don't blame you. I haven't seen much of a Doom. I haven't seen much of a proper placed kinetic field with a static storm, vacuum to follow with a well-placed wall. Like, these are things we're looking to hope, I'm sure Relax are hoping to see as well. So, no opportunities just yet, and hopefully they get the opportunity before they just have to raise the white flag.
It's like, honestly, it's like all of these abilities, and like this team is good in theory, but against Aware's team, they can't put it into practice because they're just getting killed too quickly. And Zako, I think, is a prime target because of that. Yamaha can pick people off on the backside, Lolik as well. I mean, there's just too much, not only lockdown, but just pure burst damage coming through from Aware Gaming. It's just disgusting how much damage they can output in the span of about a second or so. And now there's a Lincoln Sphere, so now they have to deal with that bag of tricks up on the Timbersaw. There's also a Daedalus very close to being done for the Sniper. He just needs the recipe. So at this point, they'll push the Tier 2 tower, they'll pop the Shrapnel down first, and of course you can see Lolik just pushing forward here ever so slightly. While that's all happening, top lane's being pressured in.
It's just so good. This H apparition from downtown, literally the bottom of the map, gets the Ice Blast off, and now they have to second guess even pushing the tower in the first place. As Aware quickly snagged their tower in no time, and now Relax have to pull back, get nothing for it, and just waste all that time being in the top lane, attempting a push.
Yep, and they're farming the jungle together at this point. Relax are just saying, okay, we need to wait. We have to get items. We've got to be careful. We've got to play this cautiously, which is fine, obviously. But, yeah, I mean, you're right. They second-guessed themselves pushing into that tower. They couldn't even get close to grabbing the Tier 2. And now there's a smoke from Aware, and they're going to try to just wrap around on him. It looks like, I don't know what they're doing. I don't think they know they're up in their own jungle. They have no detection or vision here in the top jungle. So Maybe they head up top? I'm not sure. I mean, they have complete ward coverage of the other jungle, so they know they're not there. So where else are they going to be? So they make the right decision. Zako's going to go first. TP coming out from the Shadow Fiend. TP away just barely, but that leaves the rest of everybody open up. You can see some TPs coming through right now. They won't get anybody. Nice TPs, just in time. Dread, hookshot, long range, maybe. Yes!
Oh!
Zako, long range hookshot, glimpse back, but doesn't matter. Dread's going to fall to the assassinate. And they pick up one at least out of that smoke gank.
Very nice. Very nice. Classic missile hook shot to follow to catch him out. Very, very nice. Meanwhile, Ancient Operation bottom lane was just waiting for the opportunity to throw off the ultimate. It wasn't even necessary, so use it on the bottom instead. And he's just sitting pretty right now, finding the farm. Doesn't even need to be with his team to make this happen. Drawing aggression now out from the bottom lane as the rest of his squad push down from the north on the top lane.
Yeah, and they're going to take another tower. I don't think there's any way they can contest this. Maybe. I mean, they're walking there now. They have BKBs ready to go. They're ready to fight. It looks like they will go right now. It's fortified as well. They're not fortifying the high ground. If they lose this battle, it's tier 3 and racked. But backing off is going to be aware. Here we go. Zako runs right into the Yokoi. He doesn't want to have to use his Doom just yet. BKB is going to fly. Lincoln's is up on Yamaha. They see him there. There's the Static Storm coming through. Hookshot in. Yamaha maybe in trouble. Picks off one. Gonna fall, though. Ice Blast misses. Still chasing now. They're working on Zako. He's trying to run his way out of there. Nice cogs. Pushing him back a bit more, but he's not TPing just yet. He should die here. They're going to vacuum him back further. Zako in trouble on the chase. TP going through. No vacuum left, but the Shadow Wave picks up the kill. A 1-for-2 trade. Yes,
Very nice.
Yeah.
That could have gotten a lot worse for Aware. They did have relatively good positioning for the whole time and didn't get caught, but just as I say that, woo, bit of a blink trade, and Timbersaw will be able to get away from the Shadow Fiend as Relax trying to hold on to this momentum, desperately pushing forward through the mid lane. And I mean, Ice Blast to fly actually catches on him here.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Too,
And that's an Ags. They have to now second guess. They can't really hang around. They're gonna have to pull back.
Yeah, Team Wild says no, thank you very much. I'm backing up now, team. Let's get out of here. Well, that's all happening. Roger's just been pushing in other lanes throughout the entire game. He's bottom now. His 4 staff is completed. Isn't even really part of any fights, and I guess I was right.
I don't know
about that.
why do you get a 4 staff? You're not even gonna be in the fight unless now he's like, okay, now I'll be in the fight.
Now I
have
fight. I have a 4 staff. That's it.
And you're getting something to help out allies, but you're not really there. But we'll see. Maybe now, or maybe at least when he reaches level 16, he's like, I'll make it happen. Lobs off a nice little ball right now in the meantime.
I'm not sure why Yamaha in that last fight went so close. He's got take aim. There's no reason for him to walk into everybody. And I think they had a sentry on the ground, which is the reason they saw him. No, Sheklo actually has a gem, so...
I think he doesn't... I would just wager that he didn't know about the gem, and he just instead was like, I just want to not be near the rest of my team and kind of pull us apart so I don't get caught with a Static Storm or anything, and he probably figured he'd be able to fall back on the Shadow Blade, but definitely wasn't the case and did fall.
Yamaha, luckily enough, was sitting in the Roach Pit when it respawned. He was about to back off, I'm pretty sure, but they catch it out. And another free agent is going to be going the way of Team Aware. While that's all happening, you look at what's happening for Relax. They're just trying to push out their lanes in any way possible. I mean, Dread's trying to get stuff done there. Team Wild is up in the top lane, pushing up that, trying to get to his next item with 2,500 gold in the bank.
Roshan has fallen to the dark.
Shiva's Guard is done for Doom. Finished it up after that last fight, I believe, not too long ago. So... the question remains,
it helps against Sniper, who doesn't have a BKB or anything. It will, hinder him a bit with the help of that.
And is that Sniper's next item, you think?
Sniper's next item. Well, I mean, do we toy with the idea now, getting a little bit of survivability? I just can't help but wonder. Now they have a gem. If you get caught out, you're just going to be instantly dead at this point. So, maybe now consider building up a little bit of life. I mean, I guess you can go Manta, maybe, and, create more targets for them to try to focus down and get, and just be a little more elusive, and you get a little bit of stats with that, but I'm not too sure otherwise. Lincoln's for yourself, but he's getting Lincoln's assisted from others.
I just think of BKB, even though it doesn't block that Doom, it's still good for everything. Dazzle finds a pick off from the Earthshaker who's farming in the jungle. He dies, sadly. He's very dead, Earthshaker.
Very quick and easy pick off. Not comfortable there. Just don't think you have the game in that much control. Relax, you're still on the hunt. And now they're moving across the top lane.
Yeah, I mean, if there's one thing that Aware have done a bit better than Relax, it's just they've had more solid support play, I think, this game than, Relax have had. And I think just better decision-making by all of their cores as well. They're going to have 3 run into 5. This is very questionable if they fight this. Zako's looking to go. Hookshot misses. That's not the way to start.
You call it off.
Yeah,
no hookshot, no Earthshaker Echo Slam. Don't do anything dumb. Yeah, you have AA ult in the bottom lane. They're even doing another smoke. I mean, I don't know. They've been playing very smart, so I don't think they're gonna overcommit and throw away a fight here. Now Earthshaker's back TPing in. If they get the opportunity now they would go for it. So they will probably hunt through the jungle here and see if they catch any of Relax on the way out.
Aghanim Scepter almost done for the Clockwork right now, and that's they need that so they can pretty much throw those hook shots out. Just say, okay, can we hit this? If so, let's do it. But 12-second cooldown would be nice. He's not quite there yet. He's about 900 gold away, 850. So get that Blade of Alacrity, and once again, then that'll be that Aghanim Scepter. But Roger continues to make his home down in that bottom lane because I guess why not? Just keep it pushed out.
Force Staff going to good use right now.
Yeah, really.
Real good use. No, he's probably just going to wait till he's level 16 and then maybe consider being a part of it. Because even the Chilling Touch would still be pretty nice for some of his colleagues, you know?
Yeah, I mean, Chilling Touch is actually like a really good ability, even later on in the game, I think so. So, I mean, I don't know. I just think that Aware still, yeah, they do go for the BKB on Yamaha, and that's not a huge surprise to me. I kind of expected that just because of what they have to deal with. So now that Sniper has that, they can definitely fight a bit more aggressively. Plus the Aegis, they've got to put that to good use. They have it for about like 4 more minutes or so, and they actually don't have map control, which is a problem. They'll push their waves out in different lanes and then start going for other things. This 36-minute long game seems like it's gone for an hour or so because of just everything that's happened. And we were supposed to, I think, have like an hour-long break in between this and the next series, but that may not happen. So we'll probably get into the next series right away from you guys.
Yeah, thank you, Russian Dota. Thank you.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, it's fine as long as you get right next. And the next game, by the way, for those of you wondering, is going to be Virtus Pro versus Ahead Gaming, I believe.
Oh yeah.
And that'll be a good one. That'll be a lot of fun. So.
Yeah, a lot of people would think that Virtus Pro would be the favorites going into that one, but a lot of people also thought Relax were going to be the heavy favorites in this matchup. Let me remind you once again, Mott, what the odds were. Looks like it was about 83% to 17 that Relax were going to be taking this series.
That seems absurdly high for Relax.
And now for the gameplay we've seen, and now everything's unfolding, it's not the same case.
It just seems like that doesn't seem correct to me.
They're getting pummeled.
I'd agree. I think this is a pummeling as of right now. It could change, and we've talked about how it could change, but I don't know.
Oh well. Let's see though. I mean, I would really be heartbroken if Relax didn't even get the opportunity to get off their full, proper, synchronized dance of a wombo combo.
I don't know. I think the way this game is going, it might end up being that way. So don't be too heartbroken if that's the case. We are back in the game finally. I'm not even sure if that's going to be the last pause of the game, but as of right now, I think it's Aware's time here. Aware need to group up and get together. Sally, that's not going to happen because Stress isn't anywhere near. He does have a TP. He can go to that tier 2 tower, I suppose, so that's fine. But maybe wait for the Aghanims on Zako and then start going. But even that, I'd say maybe it's too greedy. There's a BKB now up on Earthshaker. That's a huge pickup for him. Blink Dagger, he's at level 14, so he's not quite towards his level 3 ultimate just yet. He's getting there. Shadow Fiend, pushing out the waves with his, of course, raises real quick. He'll blink away as well. Top will get pushed out. That'll be the Darkster doing work there. But I still think it's time to group up for Aware right now. Roger continues to farm elsewhere. Like you said, trying to get to level 16. Once he gets that, maybe he joins the fray. Down bottom, we're going to push out this bottom lane. Lincoln Sphere up on Yamaha. But they're just pushing right now, I guess. And that's the right thing to do in this scenario, I'd say.
I think Relax needs to be very careful. If they're going to find one very rare opportunity to get everything off, you got to make it count. You got to make it worth it. If you get into a fight at this point in the game and you throw away like a bunch of unnecessary deaths, like Aware are going to just be at a point where you're not going to be able to come back from.
I mean, yeah, that's really. It's just. It's a tough.
But Aware ready to fight. Aware ready to fight, man. They're in the bottom lane, pushing forward now with the BKB. Fresh 10-second BKB on the line for Sniper. Even constant help with the Lincoln Sphere. He's not going to be an easy takedown. Heap refreshing it on him too. So
they want to make sure that he is not the Doom target. They want to make sure that if they Doom him, it's going to Lincoln Sphere block it. So this is. And I'm surprised they think that it's going to be him. Yoko's running out at him right now. He had Doom. I'm pretty sure the opposing team can see the Lincoln Sphere animation on the other person, so they should be
pretty good level death, then follow up with a Doom, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, the amount of time that takes might be, I don't know. It certainly is possible, and it is what you should do if that's the target that you're going for, but it's easier said than done right now. This is what you do with the sniper, though. You throw up the shrapnel, you just hit it from long range, and you bring it down little by little. And we'll see if Yokri and the rest of Relax want to try to fight at some point, or if they're going to run out and just try to be aggressive. Zako is going to continue to flare. He'll get some gold by just getting kills with the flare real quick, and then he can even get towards his Aghanim Scepter. It'll take a while to cross the map, but it's going to be super useful once he gets there. And like you said, they keep refreshing it, the raises keep going.
Man, look at him slow siege this tower. Just that range, and they can't do anything to initiate on them. They're just so well spread. What are you going to do? You can't just pop your wall and vacuum and everything on one sniper. Then everyone else is going to hop in and kick your ass. So it's just like we have to submit over the tower for free. Just let that little guy pester it.
And this is why Sniper is strong nowadays. I think in one, I guess one of the many reasons why he's strong. And it's actually crazy how one ability change makes him this strong. But his attack range is disgusting. He's got 400 bonus range from take aim, plus shrapnel, which was already good to begin with. Now it can just be used to take down buildings like that very quickly. The Aegis is going to be reclaimed, so now maybe they back off, wait for the next Roshan. They do have the Clockwork Aghanims for that hookshot now. Will they keep going, though?
And the thing is, if you want to be able to beat out a sniper nowadays, never mind. Jump in, coming in Shadow Fiend, pops the BKB, right clicks, does get down the Earthshaker. Very nice start from Relax right now, but they make the jump in behind. They grab out the Clockwork. They're trying to take him down, but we will not be able to. The Blade Mail holding him up, but he does end up falling. Quick 2-for-1, but the Ice Blast hops in, but it cannot quite. Nope, it does connect on the dupe through BKB. I keep forgetting that. It's so good. Jumps in up through. Big damage coming out. Darkseer not able to follow. Nice! Shallow Grave saves him, but Timbersaw with the blink and cleans up with a double kill in the end. And now a buyback coming out from the Doom. They're going to try to hold the hill strong. Trapped on the fly. Blinking from the Doom. Nice Lincoln's temporary. Right clicks to come. Timbersaw, though, with plenty of life and mana to work with, hops back in, pops the Shivas, and does hold them back.
Yeah, good fight coming up from both sides, making some buybacks happen. You know, we're forcing those buybacks out, getting a couple kills in the process. The Earthshaker got brought down very quickly by that Shadow Fiend, and even the Ancient Apparition not connecting on too many with that Aghanim's ult. Clockwork jumping in and kind of providing a buffer for the rest of his team, but they weren't jumping in. They weren't really helping him out. He kind of just got left out high and dry there. So the Clockwork went down, not providing too much there. They don't end up getting any damage onto the ranged Rex, really. I mean, a little bit there, but that's about it. They'll back off now, probably wait for the next Roshan, and away we go.
That would be their best bet.
Game.
I mean, if Relax can catch them doing Roche, I mean, that's as golden as it's going to get. I mean, still, even with that fight, we didn't get to see the vacuum, the wall, and the whole kit and caboodle, you know, and then Aware being able to pull a few kills themselves in the buybacks without the help of the Echo Slam and Earthshaker is still kind of a mini victory for them. They definitely still feel like they have dominance in this game. And Relax, you know, just hoping and wishing for a good opportunity to jump in.
I mean, like, the blinks aren't even doing that much, and I don't think, like, you were absolutely right not too long ago about saying, like, we're never going to see a vacuum wall comp. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen, I don't think.
They're playing too spread. They're playing too good. This isn't Pub Dota where they're just going to be all pushing the base together, clumped up. They have thought this pretty methodically. They knew that Sniper would get to a point like this because they didn't have a lot of threat in the early game to stop him from farming so well. So now he can just sit there lingering by himself. The rest of your team just kind of spread out and wait for them to make the mistake of trying to jump in.
Yeah, I mean, and now the Sniper's even closer to getting another item too, so on top of the fact that nobody's spreading out, on top of the fact that they're not able to get any of these big team fights, they have to deal with a Sniper who's hitting for a ton of damage. He's hitting like a truck, once he gets to 10 KD especially, which he's very close to getting. And then he's pretty much 6-slotted, and I mean, the only thing you would need would be bots, and that's it. So, you know, a 6-slotted Sniper is pretty disgusting when you think about it in the long run, so Roche is back up in 1 minute and 40 seconds. That'll be the next point of contention. And then after that, who knows what'll happen. God, Ancient Apparition.
You cannot be further from the fight. He's like, I want the biggest Ice Blast ult I can conjure. Bah! There it goes. I'm going to get him. Right in the mid lane. Here it comes. The Ice Blast will connect on one. Nope, he's going to keep it going. And will whiff.
Like, really?
And he still sits there. Just, this is my job now. I said, get out of the jungle. Stay in the jungle.
Yeah, seriously, get out of the jungle, dude. Like, I said,
jungle.
get out of the jungle. Like, we're saying get out of the jungle, Roger.
Shut up, hi. I'm getting out of the jungle.
Just like, why are you still there? It's fine, I guess. But the MKB finally done for the sniper now. That is 6 slotted for all intents and purposes. Roshan up yet, about a minute before that's up. Grouping up in the mid lane is relaxed. They're playing pretty aggressively considering how far behind they are, and that's almost 10,000 at this point in gold. Experience-wise, roughly 7,500, so they're certainly not out of it yet. The Shadow Fiend is getting farmed. He finally has a butterfly, but the MKB is going to nullify that pretty much for the sniper. And, yeah, I don't know. I mean, the team fight, it's available, it's there. It's just not within reach yet, but maybe it will be in a fight. I don't know. Aware are here. They're ready to go, and
They're just tipping it, weighing it out over here by the Roche, who's not up quite yet. They want the opportunity to maybe snag it for themselves. This is Relax's best shot. I mean, do they converge here to the top lane once they see the Ice Blast is coming there? It looks like that could be a potential thought. Be a free pick off, and they wouldn't have to worry about it, I guess.
They kind of gave up, I think, on the Ancient Emperor. He's just going to keep being up there, doing his own thing, whatever. So just let him be up there. It's annoying, yeah, but whatever. Just like, they're not committing anything to Roger Wright. I just wish he'd be in a fight. I wish.
It's just that ult is so good. It's just the fact that it even goes through BKB is just so crazy to me. It's so good. It'll be tweaked. I mean, that would be my guess.
I want to point something out. I don't know if you saw that, but the Shadow Fiend just bought him Theater Blade, so shotgun Shadow Fiend's a thing now.
All right, why not, right? Heavy burst. If you got to catch someone off, get him down sooner than later, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess, you know what? It also gives you some agility.
And it helps you against the sniper, kind of right-clicking you down, yourself or an ally.
You know what? It's fine. It's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Tier 2 tower getting sieged up by these melee groups right now. Blinking away. And actually Relax are controlling the pace of the game right now. They're trying to focus on this tower. Sniper's shooting some people on the backside. Yamaha is just going to town, and Shacklow, he's getting hit up with the assassinate. Of course, the mech comes out to save his life. Ice Blast coming through, though. Hook shot in. Yoku in some trouble right now. Ice Blast connects on a couple. BKB going. Force out coming out from the clockwork. Getting glimpsed back, actually. Yoki just getting right-click down. The sniper pew-pewing all day long. Boom! The assassinate goes. Double kill for Yamaha. The Shadow Fiend goes down on top of that from Loli, just going to town with the chakra. Blink forward. There's the Whirling Death. Timber Chain. Now the Enchant Totem. Double kill for Yamaha. Triple kill coming out, actually, for the sniper. So, some pigs are happening from the teal player. Dread is backing off. Oh, alright.
Classic Dread.
Classic Dread.
Ultimate in the lane. Or just very frustrated.
Buyback,
but they don't have it now. Oh, man.
It looks like Aware, they might take this one. They were the underdogs by a wide margin, according to the bets and, of course, the percentages. And right now, they're showing this that they can play extraordinarily strong Dota. They're looking for a 2-3 tower. Next, Dust is going to go just to make sure that nobody's walking nearby. Tower's going to go down, 2-3 tower getting focused to the only one back and ready to go. Well, I say that, but Shacklow may be in trouble. He'll force staff his way out. Ice Blast going to go off the mark a bit. Fisher's going to fly. Hex up on Shacklow. He's in some trouble. He'll go down. Beyond godlike streak coming out from Lolico. Gonna take down
no wombo combo. Never happened. It's unreal, man. Aware just got this draft. They just got the nice team and just worked out so beautifully for him. Jump in, quick work once again. No surprises there. This is going to be a good game, and there it is.
So, Aware Gaming, they'll move on. The winner's bracket side, Relax, they're going to go down to the loser's bracket here. They still have a chance to get to the LAN finals, but it's going to be a long road for them. Remember that the lower bracket are best of ones, the upper bracket best of threes. But even though we had a great series today, we are not done. In just a little while, we have Virtus Pro versus Ahead Gaming. That'll be brought to you in 18 minutes time. So you'll have a quick break, stretch your legs, get a bite to eat real quick. But before we head out of here, let's get some shout-outs done. Kyle Guy, you got any shout-outs before we head out?
Not really, man. Just I appreciate you having me here. I'm very excited to be a part and help out Beyond the Summit and yourself with casting, and I'm enjoying the Russian Dota. And great play coming out today from Aware, man. The underdogs, according to Gosu Gamers and most other people, that they pull it out in the end, 2 for 1. Exciting stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So, if you guys enjoyed the cast, make sure you follow Beyond the Summit, twitter.com/BeyondTheSummit. And as for ourselves, you can follow me at twitter.com/MautDota2. That's M-A-U-T Dota2. And of course, for my co-caster, Kyle Guy, you can follow him at twitter.com/KyleGuy. We will take a quick break. We'll put on some music for you guys in the background, and then we'll head into our next series in not too long. So, stick around, guys. We'll be back in a little bit.